It's Week 17 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see the veteran Zach Ertz. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Commanders and the Falcons, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Not far east from the unmistakable buildings of the nation's capital, we've got a building that's also unmistakable in sight, but bears a new name. Welcome to Northwest Stadium here in Landover, Maryland. Kate Scott and Brock Hewer with a bird's-eye view of this one, which some could call, Brock, a playoff preview. Both teams locked into the postseason, and they might even run into each other again on the road to that Super Bowl.
Yeah, Kay, these are so fun and kind of tricky, right? There's so much conversation. Well, what do we show? Do we want to show too much? What if we see them down the road? And I've always felt this way, and I don't think it will ever change. You got to be in the moment. If you sit and waste your time and spend all this energy on coulda, shoulda, wouldas, you lose the moment, and the moment is now.
The punter Tress Way set to get this one started. And we're off and running from Landover. Returning it from the 4. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So out have the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out in his 13th season out of Michigan State is Kirk Cousins.
Well over a decade has started in this league, and Kirk Cousins put up some prolific numbers. The thing that's eluded him, despite all the stats, are those playoff opportunities and those marquee postseason victories. I think Kirk, his family, and everybody rooting for him hopes the final chapters of his career will contain some of those.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 32. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. And now it's third down. Well, this group right here, Brock, poised to make a run in the playoffs, but they've had to earn that trip to the postseason, haven't they, without some of their teammates here on the field.
And for everyone on this injury report, the key is recovery. If you got a shot to make it back, any shot.
And it's picked off, but, pretty clear he was out of bounds, so no interception, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they're up against it here on 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
He fields this at the 18. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. And leading them out is the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, the number 2 pick in the NFL draft out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
They'll throw first play here with Daniels. He's going deep. They connect on the deep shot. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Trying to run in, Eckler. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Out to his wideout, it's a screen. Touchdown, Washington! He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the second time. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Staying with Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. He has the first over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Robinson on the inside give. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
And he drives it up past the 45. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on 4th down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting 2nd right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running with Eckler again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he's going to run for it! And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And the Falcons will take over. 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got a gain of 6 there. Frankie Luvu there for the tackle.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield, and they're taking that short completion. You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he ended up time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Daniels. On the move, headed right. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Ready? 19 line. Go.
From the 41. Buys time, rolling right. This is hauled in by McLaurin. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
Ready?
On 1st down, here's Eckler. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
It's caught, Eckler. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm, and I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They're moving it well, but now face a 3rd and short. He touches him down as he finds enough to pick up the 1st.
Certainly dropped these quarterback keepers anticipating a whole lot more yardage, but I think it could be overlooked there since they did pick up the 1st down. If anything, they could see what kept it to a small gain over there on the sidelines, and they'll come back to it on the next set of downs.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Daniels from the pistol. Throwing deep for the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. Commanders get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Seibert now to end the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Slarick, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Commanders and running back Austin Eckler headed back to the field. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Eckler. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL. Play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Builds up this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down. Here's Daniels. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Got his target, it's Zacchaeus. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Pickup of 2 here, and the Commanders will have a 1st. They send the tight end in motion. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Complete. It's McLaurin. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Ready? Hut.
Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Chased out to his right. He's keeping it. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or 2 short of that 25. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Last thing, 19.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 20-zip lead. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
Seibert now to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders stretch their lead to 21. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return starts at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And this is a good representation right here of what the playoffs will look like come the postseason in 2 weeks. Still a few things to finalize, though, which makes this week and those divisional games next week incredibly important. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. That one intended for Drake London. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Cousins. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Commanders are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over.
Let's go. Trap 60, trap 60. Hut, hut.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Forced out to his right. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he's out of bounds after getting this to the opposing 45. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Eckler running dead ahead. And he takes this down to around the 39 before he stopped. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Commanders pushing for points. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
from the 39. He's trying to push the field. He's got it deep downfield. And that's a Washington touchdown. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his fourth first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. Seibert now to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders continue piling onto this lead. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down, ready to turn it into a negative play.
Third down give to Robinson. And he stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on fourth down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together finding the end zone. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Washington first. It's halftime from near the nation's capital. The Commanders pulling in front after 2. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. And it's the...
Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the second half. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And our team in the truck putting these highlights together, well, they certainly had plenty of touchdowns to choose from. 4 of them, actually. Though the way he's been playing, Brock, you cannot count on him being done reaching that end zone just yet. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
No!
Handoff now to Eckler. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play, and the Commanders will have a first.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Here we go, set.
Staying with Eckler. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
First down, and they go right back to him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
Ready? Hut, hut.
Going to the ground again on first. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Arnold Ebiketie makes it there for the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
Now Daniels off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Catch is made in close. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal.
Come on, set. Ready?
Eckler is across the line for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff.
Yep.
Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Cyber tacks on the point after. And the Commanders grow their lead yet again. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Juke the defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd and 8. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Cousins. He sends this one to the end zone. Intercepted, but oh, wait. Officials say that he wasn't in bounds. The offense can let out a little sigh of relief. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Okay, we've got unbelievable cameras. So many tremendous replays. But when you get sacked multiple times by the same guy, you start talking to him a little bit. You start reminding him, hey, man, I think that's enough. I think 2's good enough for you. Please don't give me a 3rd time.
So out now comes the punter. Nice punt here, up and angled towards the sideline. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in hoops, sometimes shooters say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous. Right? I know on a golf course you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger, he's made it look easy.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Trying the inside handoff to Eckler. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
This is Eckler on 2nd. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Got Sinix. It's complete. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really showing for him finding his targets. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Let's go now.
Zacchaeus set in motion left. On the give, here's Eckler. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
This is Eckler. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8.
Buffalo 18. Go!
Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Go!
Run here with Eckler. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. And this is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense. 2nd and 3 now.
Here we go, set. Trap goal leading.
Rolling with Eckler again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Commanders have possession and a massive lead. This one looking like it could be over. Third and just 2 to go. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Eckler gets it. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
They get to Eckler, left side. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Stuck to the ground, but nothing gained that time, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Come on, set.
On the run, it's Eckler. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 5 yards there on 3rd down, so that's going to make this 4th and short much more interesting.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Okay, ready?
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Let's go.
Now we've got whistles, but not for delay of game. They were able to get a timeout. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. On comes Austin Seibert and the Commanders' field goal unit to try this on 4th down. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. Seibert's kick is up and good. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. He fields it from the 8. And look at this return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Cousins. Completes, it's Bijan Robinson. And this one doesn't go far. And following the play, we've got a break in the action as the trainers head out. They had a man hurt on the play, and hopefully this doesn't affect his availability for the playoffs. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 41. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a first. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now Cousins again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one does not go far. Second down now, 7 to go. Robinson on the inside give. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
It'll be a gain of 5, so now 4th and short. A decision to be made coming up here. The kick by Lutz is good. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
After I'd imagine dozens and dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
This return makes it up to the 25. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Eckler. And they get him down after a solid gain up to the 31. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Now Eckler. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Go.
3rd and short, Daniels. Setting up the running back screen. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Cousins. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. They are throwing it again. Pitts brings it in. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 48. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Throw reeled in by London. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. All right, all set up now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
So score this as a win for the Commanders. And this streak will live to see another week as they take down yet another opponent over Bronco. It has been an incredible stretch of games for them. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Commanders. As with that, we sign off from D.C.